Hi, and welcome back to the Wonderful World of Weaver. I am Ginsu Weaver, and today we're going to be talking about the Nerf Modulus. And say hello to that beautiful gun right here. As you can see, this gun is enormous for it being a semi-automatic flywheel blaster. But that's a good thing, because this is going to be a Scout's best friend. We have a scope up here, stock that can hold an extra magazine, barrel extension, 10-round banana magazine, and 10 white elite darts. See, the reason why this is going to be the Scout's best friend, oh, I forgot to mention, we also have a Ford rail grip here. But this is why this is going to be a Scout's best friend. There are 4 upgrade kits out right now for this gun that is set up for different missions. You can mix and match and make everything what you want it to be once you have all the upgrade kits for it. Today, we are going to be unboxing this, and I'm going to be giving my own personal review on it. So I hope you guys enjoy. Okay, so as you can see, I'm wearing a different shirt than I was in the scene before because I actually had to stop filming for reasons that I don't want to go into. So this is a completely different day than it was before. Now, let's get on to the topic at hand. This is the Nerf Modulus, unboxed. I really like this thing. It is bigger than I would expect, but that's only because I like pistols more than anything else. With this gun, it works almost exactly like the Strife, except it has more rails. It's got a rail here, 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 and here. So that's 5 rails on this gun. 2 on the top, 1 on each side, and 1 on the bottom. Now, more rails can be added to this thing by simply adding the barrel extension. And I like this because it's just a little bit longer and it just looks nice. And it has 2 more rails, 1 on top, 1 on bottom. Then you have the stock that comes with it, which is this. And this has a place that you can put another magazine. Yes, I call them magazines. They're called clips, but they really are not clips. They are magazines because they are spring-powered. Clips are not spring-powered. On to the scope. This is the scope, and as you can see, it has no glass on either side, which means it's just a reticle for shooting, and that's about it. Here's the foregrip that comes with this, and this thing is really comfortable. Just stick that sucker right here, and you have a nice, Tommy gun style weapon. And I really like that too, because it feels nice. I've always liked foregrips because it helps you steady the gun a little bit, even though you can do it like this. I like it. And then there's this 10-round banana magazine. Now, Amazon actually sells a $15 clear one that will work just as well, but these are still nice because, mission compatible and whatever. As you can see down here, it's got the logo with 10. Then over here, it has the Nerf insignia, if it'll focus. And then right here, it has a big 10 on there. Now let's see what this thing looks like completely put together. No, just so you all know, when I put this together, it feels like I'm putting together the gun from Lost in Space, the movie, which is kind of cool because that movie was amazing. I don't care what anybody else says, it was awesome. So here we go. Barrel extension, stock, scope, vertical foregrip, magazine. And there you have it. This is the Nerf Modulus completely put together. And I have to say, I really like this thing. I don't like the stock though, because it's really flimsy. And it looks like it could easily break. So I might modify that. Maybe find a way to make it stronger. Maybe add a little PVC on these 2 things to make them not so wobbly. But other than that, I do like the stock because it does have the, extra magazine holder, which looks like that. And then here's an 18-round magazine. So there you go. You can have an 18-round magazine. When you run out, you have 10 extra rounds. It works. Okay, so now we're going to do some size comparisons between the Modulus, the Rapid Strike, and the Strife. So here's the Modulus compared to the Rapid Strike. Now, as you can see, this gun is definitely not as long without all the attachments to it, but it's still a decent size. Now, if you extend the stock, it is even shorter. I mean, this is just... I really do like the size of the Strife, but it is definitely a scout rifle and not a pistol, and that's probably one of the other things that I like about it. But if this was automatic, like this gun, it would be so much better. And eventually that's what I want to try to do. I want to try to take the automatic box that's in this and stick it in here. Now, here's the size comparison to the Strife. As you can see, the Strife is just a little over 3/4 the size of this Modulus, which is kind of crazy if you ask me, because this could have been the same size as this, even with the new design, and still worked and functioned just as well. But they had the battery compartment in this thing here, which I kind of understand, but still they could have at least cut it off like right here, and then attached a rail onto this. But anyways, next thing I'm going to talk about is compatibility with the Strife. And so far, everything that I've seen fit on here just fine. One of the things I really like is if you take the barrel extension and you stick it on here, looks like a compensator. Nice little compensator. And then you still have an attachment to, you know, put like faux silencers on it or whatnot, just to make it look, you know, tactical. Then you have the scope that goes right up on the top. Fits perfectly. Along with the stock, even with the scope and how it overlaps. Oops. Had that on backwards. Don't ask me. But even with the scope and how it's slightly over, it still works. Even though, you know, when you try to aim down, you really have to get down in there to see through this scope. So if you can find, like, any mod companies that do, like, risers on this for the rails, I would suggest doing that if you're going to use these scopes with any stocks. Then, vertical foregrip. You can either do one of two things. You can stick it on the bottom rail for the Strife, which kind of makes it look more like an SMG than anything else. Or you can take it and stick it on the bottom rail for the barrel extension. And then there you go. Everything fits with the Strife, which I really like. And now for the compatibility with the Nerf Rapid Strike. So the only thing that's really going to work on this is the scope and the barrel extension. Because the stock, it's got a fixed stock. I mean, yeah, it's collapsible, but it's fixed. It's not coming off. So take the extension, stick it on there. Looks nice. I like it. Looks like a compensator for a rifle. Vertical foregrip. Feels nice. Then the scope, which putting it on right this time, and you can use it with the stock pushed in, or you can use the iron sight. So there you have it. This is the Modulus upgrade. Well, not upgrade, but compatibility test with other Nerf. And honestly, if it works for those two, it'll work for any other Nerf gun that, you know, can take stocks or barrel extensions, rails, anything else. So that is my review on the Nerf Modulus. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Oh, one more thing. This gun is also a scout's best friend because it can be, with these upgrades and stuff for everything, it can also be either a pistol or a rifle. This is nothing but a scout rifle. This can be either or. That is why this is one of my favorite guns out there, because it is semi-automatic flywheel, and you have so many attachment options for it that it is amazing. And now some future plans for both the Strife and the Modulus. One of the things that I'm planning on doing with this gun and all the upgrades for the Modulus is I'm going to paint them in my signature colors, which are a blue body with silver outlining on everything. And I'm going to use this in maybe Nerf Wars, definitely in a LARP that I have up and coming, and, you know, other fun stuff like that. Now, the Modulus, I am actually going to be turning this into a Stormtrooper gun. The Stormtroopers from the new film Star Wars Episode 7 Force Awakens, which means it's going to have a black body with white accenting, and I'm going to do the top rail, the jam door, the grip here, and all this nice little outlining in white. And this is going to be hopefully for a Stormtrooper costume that I'm going to be working on in the future, and more than likely far in the future, because those things are expensive to build. So next up for you is going to be a shooting test, and I'm going to be using my cameraman 40 Grit for that.